You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White sports fans, the NFL email scandal involving the Washington football team and Jon Gruden is not going away. Now, Jon Gruden has already lost his job. He's unemployed. And I'm pretty sure that the NFL would like all of the focus to remain on Jon Gruden. Now, we have raised questions as to why the Washington football team is not in the spotlight of all of this, because this all stemmed from the Washington football team and their misconduct investigation. Now, the only thing that's happened to the Washington football team was a $10 million fine, which is nothing more than a slap on the wrist. Jon Gruden, on the other hand, who was not employed by the NFL at the time all this was going on, he had nothing to do with the Washington football team at all. He was just communicating with former Redskins president Bruce Allen through personal emails, and now the man lost his job. However, now, guys, the NFL may be back in the spotlight yet again in this situation, and it has nothing to do with Jon Gruden. So if this actually goes any further than what we're going to be talking about in this video here, I'm pretty sure that Jon Gruden is going to be very happy that the focus will be put on the NFL for their handling of the Washington football team. So let's go ahead. Let's jump over here to Fox News. House oversight Dems hit NFL over, quote, lack of transparency in Washington handling launch probe. The chairs announced an investigation into the NFL's handling of Washington's workplace misconduct probe. And guys, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't believe the government should be involved in this. I really do not believe they should. I mean, this country has so many other problems, that they should be focused on that stuff. But the Democrats want to jump into the NFL. I don't like it, but this does kind of put the heat on the NFL and keeps the focus on where it should have been in the first place with the Washington football team. Let's read this here. It says U.S. House Oversight Committee chairs Carolyn B. Maloney, Democrat from New York, and Raja, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. It's too hard for me. Another Democrat from Illinois, expressed serious concerns about alleged, quote, widespread abusive workplace conduct within the Washington football team in a letter to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. The congressional leaders announced an investigation into the NFL's handling of the matter and requested documents and information regarding the league's probe into allegations of toxic workplace environment. Now, here's the thing, guys. There's over 650,000 emails, okay? Now, only the Jon Gruden emails pretty much got out there. I know there's a little bit with Adam Schefter. That was pretty much it. But the NFL said, no, we're not going to release this information. Now, Congress now investigating them. Will they release this information now? I don't know. The NFL said for confidentiality reasons, it would actually be remain under lock and key. But it goes on, it says, quote, the NFL has one of the most prominent platforms in America, and its decision can have national implications, they said in the letter. The NFL's lack of transparency about the problems it recently uncovered raises questions about the seriousness with which it has addressed bigotry, racism, sexism, and homophobia, setting troubling precedent for other workplaces. The committee is seeking to fully understand this workplace misconduct and the lead to response, which will help inform legislative efforts to address toxic work environments and workplace investigation processes, strengthen protections for women in the workplace, and addresses the use of non-disclosure agreements to prevent the disclosure of unlawful employment practices, including sexual harassment. We hope and trust that the NFL shares the committee's goal of protecting American workers from harassment and discrimination. But the NFL, to them, they moved on. They've already fined the Washington football team. Jon Gruden's out there. To them, the book is closed here. Okay. But I know what these Democrats are doing. They're trying to jump on the Jon Gruden racist bandwagon because you guys know this. They love it when it comes to anything that could be perceived as racist or anything like that. They're going to jump all over this. This is what the Democrats do here. But it says the request came on the heels of reporting by the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and Los Angeles Times about emails between former Las Vegas Raiders coach Jon Gruden and former Washington football team president Bruce Allen. The emails revealed Gruden's racist, homophobic, and misogynistic emails to Allen and other high-profile executives outside the league. The emails were reviewed as part of the NFL workplace investigation into the Washington football team. Gruden's emails about Roger Goodell were flagged in the investigation. Among them were disparaging remarks about NFLPA Executive Director DeMaurice Smith. There are said to be more than 650,000 emails as part of the investigation. According to the Associated Press, no other football figures' emails were flagged as part of the investigation. Yeah, because the NFL is trying to hide something. Let's just be real. They're trying to hide something here. Okay? Quote, the NFL did not identify any problems anywhere near what you saw with Jon Gruden, a person familiar with the investigation told the AP. Additionally, the congressional committee members scrutinized the alleged cozy relationship between top NFL lawyer Jeff Posh and Allen. Those emails were revealed separately in the New York Times. In the letter to Goodell, Maloney and Krish expressed concerns about the numerous accusations made by former Washington cheerleaders to the Washington Post over the past few years and how the investigation yearly yielded only a $10 million fine against team owner Daniel Snyder. Now, that cheerleader said that Dan Snyder was the one that actually ended up leaking the emails. Dan Snyder clapped back, said, no, that never happened here. But it says, quote, we have received the chairwoman's letter and share her concern that all workplaces should be free from any form of harassment and discrimination. We look forward to speaking to her office soon, NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy said in a statement to Fox News. Washington declined to comment. While some emails were revealed in a lawsuit from Snyder against a media company that accused him of having ties to Jeffrey Epstein, there hasn't been one person who was the focal point of the leak. And it goes on and it talks about Melanie Coburn, who has alleged that Dan Snyder actually is the one to actually leak these emails here. And he's come back and he said, no, never happened. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Congress now investigating the NFL for their handling of the Washington football team probe? I do find it interesting, though, that it's just a $10 million fine. If things were so bad, you had all these emails. Are we truly to believe that Gruden was the lone wolf and all of this? And why is he actually taking the fall? What is the NFL hiding? We want to know more answers. I'm pretty sure, a lot of people do. But I just don't think this is Congress' place. They should be handling other stuff around the country. Have you guys seen the inflation that's going on? The southern border, that kind of thing. You guys should be focused on that. But anytime there's anything to do with race, they're going to jump on the bandwagon because they love this kind of stuff. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.